Oh gosh, that's a big question.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, I mean, I think as a pro triathlete, Susie, you probably get a lot more time to do more of the functional training, your weight training, whereas, seeing kind of being a little bit dipped into it with people that work and do it just on the side, they're trying to fit in all that. So they're probably less likely to put in the functional training, the weight training, the strength training, the stretching. So I think as things start to adapt with where you feel like you want to not run as much, then you can obviously put in your functional training. And as I said, like, Pilates is fantastic. You can use a lot of the resistance bands, which kind of mimics that kind of band training that you would do for swimming. All the kind of, and again, with in terms of weights, if you were doing weights before, you can absolutely carry on those weights, but you would probably start to reduce the resistance as you get later on into your pregnancy. If you're new to the weights and you haven't done them before, then it's always go with caution, get a coach to help you through it, and start really light. It's not the time, pregnancy is never the time to start something brand new and kind of go hell for leather. It's more just continue where you're at, whether you're at high level or low level, and just keep moving. So yeah, I mean, the Pilates or yoga, if you did, you have to get a kind of specific person who's very adapted to yoga pregnancy, because there's a lot of moves because of the hold. You don't want to hold your breath in a lot of the movements, and that's why weight training can be something of concern, of holding breath when you're doing the movements. So it's really important to make sure you're exhaling through the movements to stop a high blood pressure, which obviously can make you kind of pass out, and lots of other kind of things that would be dangerous. So just making sure you're breathing through the movements. And yeah, I mean, all of the kind of, body weight light resistance training with the bands are fantastic kind of functional tools to prep you for motherhood and all the demands. But you guys are so active with your movements, and I love triathlon with it's got 3 disciplines. It's not like you're just doing the one thing over and over, so you're less likely to get kind of any repetitive strain injuries generally, because you're doing those 3 disciplines, not just like you're running or you're just cycling on the bike. You're doing everything. So yeah, and I think mainly focusing on kind of the anterior tilt, the pelvic tilt that happens. So muscles are changing and lengthening. You're getting weakened through the glutes, so therefore your back might feel a little bit more painful. So looking at things that strengthen the glutes and support the pelvis as it changes. And also feet biomechanics is obviously very important for running. We get a little bit more pronated and flat-footed because of the heavier the bump, and we kind of tend to put a bit more weight through our feet. So lots of fascial foam rollering or spiky ball releasing with the feet, very helpful to kind of keep functional movement and kind of tension in the tissues. And then postnatally as well, getting that back up to a kind of place that you were before, making sure that you've got that kind of arch through the foot to help you move and to get you back up running and doing the things that you want to do. Does that kind of answer your question, Phil?
Yeah, it definitely gives a really good direction of where people can start looking and thinking about really, and from a training perspective, I guess.